Hey Lifetree, Pastor Dan here with your Daily Tree. Hope everybody's doing okay. And today I just want to talk for a minute about an old story, one most people are familiar with, the story of Noah and the ark. Noah's, if you know the story, the world was filled with just a whole lot of garbage, and God decided he'd had enough. He was going to kind of hit the reset button, and he was going to do it by preserving Noah and his family. So he instructed Noah to build a boat, even though Noah didn't know how to build a boat and he'd done all that kind of stuff. It's really great. If you want to know more about it, you can watch the movie Evan Almighty. Explains the whole thing. It's exactly how it happened. And God talks about, just how he's going to preserve and just restore the world. And it's a beautiful story, an amazing story. So for many months and weeks, Noah is in this boat as the world has been flooded and just in there. And you can read all throughout the story, book of Genesis. It tells the story. And what I want to focus in on today is that Noah's on this boat with the family, all the animals. They're in the ark, right? They're in this ark, just floating throughout the world as it's been flooded. And the waters begin to recede, and there's this Noah's just trying to test and see, are things better yet? Are things better yet? Are things better yet? And he continues to send out all these different birds and to test and see if they've landed. They can find vegetation, trees, things like that. And at one point, Genesis chapter 8, God says this phrase to Noah. He says, okay, Noah, it's time to leave the boat. And I think it parallels very well with what we're going through right now. And I'm not saying that it's time to leave the boat. The boat is what's familiar. It's what's comfortable. For many of us, it's our homes. It's this new pattern that we've adapted to, this new pace in life. Staying there's a people that are, you're eager to get out there, but there's also a little bit of trepidation and fear about what are we going to, do when we get back out there. And I just want to encourage you today. There are seasons. There's times to stay in the boat, and there's going to come a day and a time where it's time to leave the boat. And you don't know what that is, and I don't know what that is, and you don't know how that's going to work, and I don't know how that's going to work. And I got really good news for you today. Noah didn't have to figure it out either. God told him. I want to encourage you today, trying to figure out when to do what and how best to reintegrate into a new world on the other side of something that was so dramatic. Listen for the voice of God. The same God who says, go in the boat, is the same God who said, okay, now is the time to get out of the boat, to leave it, to begin to move on to this next season, whatever that holds for us. I hope throughout this whole time we've just been tuning our ears to hear the voice of God. And it's just another opportunity to do that now. Let's not abandon that now. The same God who led us will be faithful to continue leading us. So just want to encourage you with that today and hope you hear that. Love you, church. Can't wait to see you again soon. God bless you.